Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good Sunday afternoon. We are here today to talk about Dragon Ball Daima, episode 7 review and discussion. And this was an interesting episode because there was some good stuff in this episode, some really good stuff in this episode, especially at the end. And then at the same time, I think this episode is probably the episode where the biggest problem with this series has been highlighted to the greatest degree, to the greatest extent. And what I'm talking about is, of course, the pacing. So this is something that I've heard from other people. I was on Katie's channel last night. We were talking about this, and I've heard it from other corners of the internet, where the pacing has been the biggest issue when it comes to Daima. And at first, I would say the first few episodes were paced pretty well. I mean, first episode, we got introduced to our villains and everything. The characters got turned into kids. Yo, what's up, Andrew?
Hey.
I was just talking about the pacing. You got any thoughts on it?
Yeah, like the pacing. I might think it drags out like a bit too much. Like especially this is like the fourth ship that they gotten.
Yep.
Since they got into the demon realm. So it's like okay, can we like just stop with like the constant like losing the ship, getting a new one, and then lose that one.
Yeah,
at least Goku. At least Goku only had the Nimbus.
Yeah. I was just saying, like, I think like the first 5 episodes are actually paced really, really well, because first episode is, of course, introducing the villains, and the characters get turned into kids and everything. Second episode is actually, meeting, figuring out like what their plan is, what the villains are trying to do. The villains have kidnapped Dende, kind of establishing like the stakes of everything and like the goal and what we're doing. And then in the third one, like we go with Glorio into the third demon realm. And by the 5th episode, we're at King Kadon's palace, which was like the whole mission for being in the third demon world was to meet up with the king of the third demon world. So I feel like, okay, that's paced pretty good. But like episode 6 and 7, it just feels like it's been dragged out. You know what I mean? Like these two episodes in particular. And episode 6, I could kind of forgive, because they did just leave the palace and they're going to find the Dragon Ball, and I'm thinking, okay, give an episode for them to have a little journey, give an episode for the travel to the Dragon Ball. But then we get to this episode, and I was saying, like, I think this is where the problems with the pacing are really highlighted to the worst degree. And that is, we are stopped by King oh god, I forgot the main villain's name.
Goma.
What was I trying? I was thinking Gamora for some reason. Goma. We're stopped by Goma's soldiers, and they trash the plane, which we just got from King Kadon.
Yeah.
And then they steal one of the soldiers' planes, and then they make it to the Tamagami. But then, like, they're pulled, like, Goku wants to eat again, and it's like, so now we have another food scene.
Yeah.
And it's like, guys.
And now I need to poop again.
Yeah. It's just like distractions. In my opinion, this is the episode where they should have fought the Tamagami.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been like, getting to the Tamagami. Like, that should have been last episode. And this episode should have been actually fighting the Tamagami. So,
I wonder when Toriyama was writing it. I wonder if he did not get any pushback, from the editors. It was like, oh, this is gonna be his last project before he passes away. So I just let him do what he wants.
Well, I don't know. See, the thing is, I don't know how many people actually knew that he was as sick as he was, because from what I understand, he was keeping it pretty secret.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't think that would really have mattered anyways, because Toriyama is Toriyama. I mean, he can basically do whatever he wants. Like there's actually been people like other mangaka that have said like Toriyama can do whatever he wants. Like he's got that much credibility and respect in the industry. He could literally do whatever he wants and anybody would go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, like Steven Spielberg or, Quentin Tarantino. It's like, if they want to do something, they're going to do it. And there's no one that's really going to stand in their way.
Yeah.
No, Ruben King says you need some white power. Hop on in here, white popo. I put the invite link in Katie's anime chat. I've got it pinned in the chat for the stream. Hop in here.
Oh, but we already talked about it on Katie's stream.
Well, we going to talk about it again. We're going to talk about it more in depth with a host that has actually seen the episode.
Yeah.
Shout out to Katie. But anyways, no, I to me, like, I feel like this should have been the episode where we wrap up the third demon world. Like, I feel like they should have gotten to the Tamagami and they should have fought the Tamagami, maybe have Piccolo and Vegeta show up and jump in there. And it just got
White Popo has been summoned. Here I am.
Here.
And not through a Ouija board.
Yeah, you cursed that stream last night. You and your
I didn't do no such thing, okay? The devil was calling me, but he promised me that he wouldn't do anything to Katie's stream. He promised me, and I believed him.
Summon all those demons straight from the demon realm. What's wrong with you, man?
Man, I like playing with fire, man. What can I say? I'm trying to improve the white race, and sometimes you gotta, dab into some dark magic here and there. You know what I'm saying?
But if you think about it, like, do we even need improving?
I ain't gonna comment on that. I am not gonna comment on that. I am gonna keep my motherfucking mouth shut.
White Popo will comment on that, and I will say no, for we are superior in every single way.
Hey, YouTube, I see you. I love you. I'll suck all the dick you want. Just don't take down my channel. All right? Don't take down my channel. These two numbskulls do not speak for me.
Yeah, he's not even white.
That's right. Well, if you listen to what my mom used to tell me as a kid, you're Cherokee Indian. It's like, bitch, no, I'm not.
See, he's not white. He's Cherokee Indian. He's just denying it.
She used to go on and on and on about how she was part Cherokee Indian. And I'm like, when I got old enough to realize that was all bullshit, I was like, Mom, you're what the kids these days call LARPing as a Cherokee Indian.
Lots of people claim that they're Native American. I wonder why. Like a lot of blacks. I don't know about upstate or anything, but down south, definitely, especially in Louisiana, there's a lot of black people that are like, yeah, I got that Apache blood inside of me right now.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe it's just the Native American aesthetic they're attracted to. I don't know.
Or maybe
what is your mom, Elizabeth Warren?
Yeah, what is your mom, Elizabeth Warren?
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, I would take Elizabeth Warren being my mother over my own mom any day of the week.
Well, she's rich.
No, like, well, I mean, okay, look, here's the thing. If we really want to get down to the details, we've all got a little bit of something in us, all right? Because people have been breeding and fucking like wild animals for millennia.
I'm probably like 0.000001 black.
Oh, that reminds me of a story. So there was this guy, he was an older gentleman that lived in the community. And he was like, he wasn't like openly racist, but you could tell like everybody kind of knew like he was like low key racist. Like we
Was
all
he the
kind of
local Nazi?
no, he was. Have you ever seen LA Noire and you have like that case with the old man and the detective's like,
game.
yeah, the detective's like, you speak Spanish, sir? And he's like, no, I do not. Like he was that kind of guy.
Yeah.
I speak America.
But he did one of those DNA tests, like his daughter or granddaughter. Like this was a wealthy dude too. Like his daughter or granddaughter, like did one of those DNA ancestry tests for like Christmas because you know he was curious. Came back, he was 2% black.
And
he
would get rid of that.
He was pretty horrified, and I was laughing my ass off when I heard.
I'd be horrified too if I found out that I was like 98% black.
Dude,
my nephew is like a quarter black, so
if I've got some black in me, I'm like every time I go to take a shower, I'm gonna be like, well, it didn't help out down there none. I mean, I just fuck.
Curse you, genetics.
I like when like recent. Well, it's not recently. This happened years ago now. My girlfriend was telling me about a young friend of hers, who was a white girl. My girlfriend's white, and her friend was white, and her friend had a baby for a black guy, or she was pregnant at the time, and I want to say it was her grandfather or her father. Basically was like he basically disowned her. It's like, no, I'm not gonna have my daughter giving birth to some black baby, because he was like full on racist apparently. Well, not apparently, he just was. And when she had the baby boy, it was a boy. When she had the baby, he melted and fell in love with that little boy. I love stories like that.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it is. It's very beautiful. It's positive. It goes to show you that sometimes you just need that purity to change a cold man's heart.
Yeah, it's
with a baby.
Yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day, like if we all did ancestry tests, we're gonna have a little bit of everything in us.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of lizard in us, jellyfish, bird. Some of us fuck birds.
Emu, what the fuck?
Where you from, Ruby? And remind me never to visit that area. Holy shit!
Well, I'm not from Australia. I heard they fuck kangaroos down there.
I almost have to respect that, given how savage those things are.
Yeah.
Are you saying we need to exterminate the kangaroos because of their savagery?
Dude, kangaroos are brutal. They will punch you. They will kick you. They will gouge your eyes out.
Oh, God.
Yeah, like
one.
Like, have you guys seen this really old video where like this guy's dog is like being almost like being chokehold by a kangaroo?
Yep.
Oh yeah. That's a classic right there.
He goes straight up to the kangaroo and
punches it in the snout.
Punches it in the snout, and the kangaroo's like what the fuck, man?
That was ballsy.
What did I do?
That was so ballsy. That thing could have fucked him up.
Did he go to like Australian prison for punching the kangaroo? Because aren't kangaroos like protected animals in Australia?
I have no idea.
Yeah, the kangaroo can fucking take it. It's a kangaroo.
Yeah, it is a kangaroo. They're the Mike Tysons of the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
Exactly. Speaking of which, I have not actually seen that fight, but I heard it was ass.
It was very obviously rigged. Like there's like even documents released where I think it was like a contract or like an agreement that like there were things that like Tyson was not allowed to do. Like he like was not allowed to like like he was not allowed to do a knockout like in the first 3 rounds or something.
Boxing's kind of a joke.
Well, boxing is a corrupt sport, and a lot of people don't know that it's very corrupt over there.
Well, like the first 3 fights, like those were legit. But but anything but any boxing match involving Jake Paul, like it's basically rigged.
Yeah. I can see that. Well, mostly with these more higher level fighters, because I think if Mike Tyson wanted to, he could have definitely beat Jake Paul.
I don't know, man. Mike Tyson's old.
Yeah, he's old, but I don't think he lost all of his power, all of his punching power. I mean, I heard like he got fucked up knees now and shit, but I still feel like he could like daze the shit out of fucking Logan. Not Logan, Jake.
Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate wants to fight Jake Paul.
Yeah, they're all gonna cave once they start seeing the money.
So somebody remind me, was Jake Paul involved in the Japanese forest incident?
That's Logan.
But was he involved in that? Like, was he with Logan?
No, I think Logan was, on his own.
I want somebody to whoop Logan Paul's ass.
Wait, why Logan Paul? Logan Paul already like lost 2 fights. I mean,
he is one of the most disrespectful jackasses on the entire fucking internet.
Well, that has been surpassed now by Johnny Somali.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? True shit. Shit.
Yeah. All Johnny Somali got was a slap on the wrist from Japan. I mean, he might be in prison for a large amount of years in South Korea, but you just gotta wait and see.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, I saw this.
End of the year. We're the only way we can get anyone to watch our dying sport is to pit the world's most hated YouTuber against the shambling and upsetting corpse of Iron Mike Tyson. There's Jake Paul, who promises to donate his proceeds to support his brother's crippling Pokemon card addiction. And there's the man himself, Iron Mike Tyson.
Oh, wow.
You can tell he's been training hard for this fight. He's in peak physical condition.
What a legend! Hope you're ready to die. I'm bathe in your fucking blood, Logan.
Look at Grandpa go. Just joking. My man's still the GOAT for real. Respect.
Let's make it look convincing.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, Mike lands a clean hit on Jake, and it looks like it hurt. Let's see how Jake responds. Oh, Jake's heroin. Not like that.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna bite your fucking dick off, Logan.
What's he doing now?
No, stop it, Mike! This wasn't in the script! Let me at that little muscle tip.
Is Mike Tyson trying to bite off Jake Paul's dick? The ref's not gonna like that.
Oh, thank God! Get him off me!
Oh!
Oh no! The ref is incapacitated! Now anything goes!
Just you and me now, Logan. No rules. No one to save you.
Jake! Logan's my brother! My God! It's Jake's brother! WWE superstar and piece of shit Logan Paul!
I got you, bro! No, my dick, Mike, please! Was that convincing enough for you, Logan? Yeah, perfect.
What the fuck?
Okay, now go ahead. Oh, no. Ah, it hurts. Ouchie.
Damn!
He did it! He actually did it! Jake Paul is your winner!
I may have defeated Mike Tyson, but there's still one more boxing legend I have on my hit list.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, and this came out before the fight happened. And
Yep.
even they knew it was going to be rigged.
That's wild.
Boxing's corrupt, man. You just throw enough money at these boxers, they're gonna take them. They're gonna take it, you know.
That's wild, man.
They were like boxing has a history, with the mob.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah. There. Going back to LA Noire, there was actually a case about a corrupt boxing match. Oh yeah.
Oh, there was.
Yeah. I think it was like a DLC back when.
Yeah, it had to be a DLC because I never played it. I mean, I played LA Noire because I used to own it for the Xbox 360. But I never, because I haven't had internet at the time, I never got the DLC.
I love that game. It was so expensive to make. I wish they do a sequel, but the first one was so expensive to make. I don't know if they ever will.
I don't think they will,
because that motion capture cost a lot of money.
Yeah. They'll probably just re-release it. It's kind of like a.
Oh, they already have.
Yeah, I know. But what I mean is they'll just re-release it again.
Because I would love, because they could easily do like a New York noir or Chicago noir.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys? Speaking of noir, did you guys know that Amazon is working on a Spider-Man noir?
Yes,
series,
and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
because it's got Nicolas Cage in it. He's reprising his role as Spider-Man Noir.
I can so relate to Spider-Man Noir, because because so in the Spider-Verse movies, like he's literally colorblind, and and so am I.
You're colorblind?
Really?
Yeah, I have like a very different kind of colorblind. Like I cannot tell the difference between like blue and purple and yellow and yellow and green. Like I have a very hard time, telling the difference. But I love the scenes in the first Spider-Verse movie, when he's like messing with the Rubik's cube. This is purple. No. Blue. No.
I remember that scene. It's a good scene. Good part. That was a good movie.
I'm Spider-Man Noir.
So what? But so is it Sony that's the company behind it? I know it's going to be on Amazon, but surely Disney wouldn't want.
I'm pretty sure it's Sony behind it because Disney can't do live action movies without Sony help.
Yeah,
Sony can do whatever they want with Spider-Man. They can put him in an animated movie. They can use him in a live action movie. Just Disney can't do anything with them other than like cartoons.
Yeah,
and maybe like a streaming like a show for like Netflix or something or Disney Plus.
Yeah,
because I know Spider-Man was in that What Ifs, Marvel's What Ifs, and that's just about it. But yeah, they can't do too much with them though.
Yeah, and Marvel's coming out with a new Spider-Man animated series on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah.
What's that going to be about?
It's okay. So it's gonna it takes place like before Spider-Man: Homecoming.
So it's actually in the MCU.
Yes. Let me see if I can find something. Because like they announced it like a long time ago, and like we just haven't seen like very much of it. Spider.
One of the big MCU's letdowns with Spider-Man is that they never follow up on Scorpion.
Yep.
Oh, Scorpion was in Homecoming. He was in Homecoming. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
He's a Latino guy that goes to prison. He talks to whatever his name is, Vulture.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's weird that they never followed up on that. Where it kind of so like Sony for the longest time has been wanting to do a Sinister Six movie. So maybe that was maybe that's what Sony was trying to work with Disney. That like with the Spider-Man movies, they can lead up to like a Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six movie.
Well, isn't I mean, No Way Home's pretty much.
Yeah,
Sinister
that I was
Six.
gonna say that. Yeah, No Way Home is that. Even though I think they're like down a villain because it's just
Hold
what
on, let's see. We got Goblin,
You an
Doc
opportunity.
Ock, Lizard,
well, we-
Electro, Sandman.
Well,
Who am I missing?
in
Dr.
terms,
Octavius.
yeah, but like for the MCU, like we don't have much any of the villains, like any villain that showed up in No Way Home, like they were from a different universe.
Oh, I remember now. They were actually going to have Venom be in No Way Home, but they scrapped that plan.
Yeah, which
'Cause
is
it-
stupid.
I
I wanted
yeah.
to.
He kind of
Yeah.
was in it, but
Yeah, but he was going to be like
And-
actually playing a more
a
active role.
role.
Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
I think
but-
the original story draft had him like show up like in the final battle, so it would have been straight up the Sinister Six.
Yeah, but I think they have plans now that Spider-Man 4 is pretty much it's pretty much going to be like a No Way Home sequel, where our three Spider-Man are going to have Venom Venom involved, because I think in the recent Venom movie, like they kind of hint at something.
No,
Yeah, no. And like it's sort of uh, what's the way I could explain it? Like it kind of hints that that all three of the Spider-Man villains are gonna be involved, because it's like because it's gonna be more multiverse stuff.
I am
And-
really cool with Null being the villain because Null is, I think, one of the coolest things to come out of modern Marvel.
mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
And rumor has it that in this new that in this new Spider-Man movie, Tom Holland Spider-Man is going to have the black suit.
ooh.
You kind of have to have that if you're gonna introduce the symbiote.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I think it would be better if they actually introduced the black suit in Avengers Secret Wars.
I think what they need to do is stop dick teasing me and actually give me Amazing Spider-Man 3 so that we can wrap up that fucking trilogy, because I don't care what anybody says, Andrew Garfield's story is still unfinished.
Yeah.
It is.
Now,
Yeah.
the thing is, I know everybody wants Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire, but let's be real here, all right? And I've actually got a video on my channel about this where I talked, okay, Spider-Man 4 or Amazing Spider-Man 3, which one do I want? And I pointed out that if you look at Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire, the main underlying story of that trilogy is completed in that film, because those movies focus on who? Peter, MJ, and Harry. That friendship is the core of that story, that particular Spider-Man story.
Mhm.
And in the third film, Harry and Peter reconcile and forgive each other. MJ ends up with Peter. At least that was implied at the end of that movie, and it was confirmed in No Way Home.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So really, the major plot elements of that universe, they're wrapped up in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, you really don't need a fourth one. Like, that concludes that story.
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man 3, there is so much left unanswered.
Yeah,
whole-
like there's like in No Way Home, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man like heavily implies that that he had the black suit, before he got sucked in to the MCU.
Well, he says he became darker.
Yeah, but they didn't say anything about a black suit
He didn't
because
it sounds like it would be black suit, but he didn't specifically confirm black suit. He just said
I think he would have, because didn't Spider-Man, Sam Raimi Spider-Man mention Venoms? He mentions them. He's like, yeah, I have to fight an alien. And he's like, wait, you fought an alien? I want to fight
yeah,
an alien.
that's true. So Andrew Garfield's not encountered aliens in his universe.
Yeah.
All he said in No Way Home
I'm
is that he
also an
stopped.
Avenger. That's great. What is that?
He stopped pulling his punches, is the way he said
Yeah.
it. So what I always imagined for Amazing Spider-Man 3, because Felicia Hardy was introduced in that universe, even though she wasn't Black Cat in the second film, Felicia Hardy is in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
I would assume Peter Parker goes down a darker path. He becomes more violent. Maybe he accidentally kills somebody because he gets too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like he accidentally kills one of his villains.
Or intentionally.
And then, see, that's going to be hard for him to walk back from if it's intentionally. Like if he just went on like a rage-induced like attack on somebody and they were dead before he even realized it, like that's a little easier to walk back. But like if he just straight up kills somebody, that's going to be difficult to walk back.
Yeah, his invincible moment. I thought you were stronger.
Yeah,
I thought you were stronger.
Now, the thing is, though, is that because we have Felicia Hardy in that universe, you could introduce Black Cat and she would be the perfect love interest for a darker Peter Parker. Because remember, Andrew Garfield does not mention anything about Mary Jane. So we know that Mary Jane is not in that universe. So if he's going to have a love interest after Gwen Stacy, it would have to be Black Cat.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, the problem you're going to run into with Amazing Spider-Man 3 is that they set up Sinister 6. But because you basically got Sinister 5, or whatever you want to call it, in No Way Home, that's a lot to do for just one movie. Because the original plan was to set up Sinister 6. Well, they began setting it up in 2, but 3 was supposed to expand on that. And then I think in like 4, they were going to do Sinister 6.
They'll probably have to scrap the idea a little bit.
Yeah, what I would do is maybe have those villains individually like show up like in like flashbacks or stuff, and we see like him getting violent with these villains and stuff, and or something like that, because he can't just drop it entirely. It's in the second movie where you see like Doc Ock's arms, you see the Scorpion
vulture wings,
the vulture wings.
Yeah.
So they got to figure out some way to make it work, even if they don't do Sinister 6. They have to explain that away somehow. I always thought Kraven would be a good villain because maybe like he could.
It's Morbius and Kraven. Like it heavily implies that it takes place in the Andrew Garfield universe.
Ew, Morbius. Ew.
Venom was supposed to take place in one of the Spider-Man universe too, right? Because remember when the first what was that, Morbius? Anyway, when the Venom trailer came out, wasn't there a quick glimpse of a mural of Spider-Man or something?
Yeah, and it looked like the Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man 2 version.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to be real with you. I don't know how you guys feel about this. So to me, Tobey Maguire, I think, is the perfect Peter Parker. But when it comes to the perfect Spider-Man, I honestly think it's Andrew Garfield.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the thing. Like if you could get somebody that could, when they're Peter Parker, be more like Tobey Maguire, and when they're Spider-Man, be more like Andrew Garfield, whoever that is would become like the definitive Spider-Man in live action for me.
I think you need like a melding of the two, of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, because I don't think that Peter. I like Sam Raimi Peter, but he's not like Peter. He doesn't tinker with shit. He's not like an engineer or anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't really hop too much to science. Andrew Garfield.
That's true.
Andrew Garfield's
he makes his own.
He makes his own things. He researches stuff. He is very intelligent, but he's too fucking cool.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. He needs to be nerdy, not an outcast, just nerdy.
Yeah, the Andrew Garfield Peter Parker is more like a modernized version of a geek or nerd, where they're more socially awkward and they don't like get bullied, but they're just completely ignored.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I need my Peter to get bullied.
See,
I needed to be stereotypical Revenge of the Nerds type of nerd.
see, this is also why like I like Tom Holland's Spider-Man,
Yeah,
but
what
at the same time, it doesn't feel like Spider-Man.
Mm.
Yeah, because he's still Spider Boy. Until the end of
well, I would
Home.
say he's more so Iron Boy, to be honest with you.
Oh, good point. Yeah,
Like
because he is kind of like a sidekick.
The thing is, for like a large majority of the MCU so far, he felt like Iron Man's sidekick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where now in No Way Home, that changed.
At the very end.
Yeah, that scene where you have Toby and you have Andrew, and they're doing the whole with great power comes great responsibility, and they go into the meaning of that. I was literally in the theater and I sat back and I was like, they get it. They understand the character. That's the character right there. They get it. Like, that was a fantastic scene.
Yeah.
That right there was the moment that Tom Holland became Spider-Man to me.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. God, what a good movie. What a good movie. My favorite scene in that movie is when the Goblin is talking to Peter and all the villains in there.
Oh yeah,
that's a great moment. That's the best moment.
We gods don't have to choose.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, William Dafoe was fantastic.
Probably my favorite line from William Dafoe is that, like, when he's fighting Peter in the apartment, strong enough to have it all, too weak to take it.
Yes, that's a good line. Yes.
I love it. I love it too.
And Peter's just wailing on him, and Goblin is just laughing at him like the Joker.
Poor Peter Parker, too weak to send me home to die.
Oh, what a good movie. But yeah, William Dafoe is a fucking amazing actor.
We need him to be a Joker.
Yes, he does. It's such wasted potential. Matt Reeves, get rid of the monster Joker with the Elephant Man face and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just put William Dafoe. Just get William Dafoe. Let him be that old school, old timey gangster Joker, and just have him act. That's what I want to see, because he's such an amazing. He even looks like the Joker.
Batsy. Well, hello, Batsy.
Yeah, he'll be literally like the animated, the Batman the animated series Joker, but in live action.
Yeah,
without Mark Hamill. It'd be so great.
Yeah.
Get him while he's still alive. He was Jesus, for crying out loud.
So here's like a little first look at so the series is called Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
All right.
Okay.
This me.
Oh. Yeah, and that was pretty much it.
They just kill that kid? Look like he killed that kid.
Probably.
Murderer.
So this is like pre-Homecoming, before he gets before he gets the suit from Iron Man.
Is Tom Holland the voice actor, or is it someone else?
That's probably somebody else. Tom Holland costs too much money.
Yeah, and the animation is meh. Like, it's clearly CGI, but it's trying to imitate like 2D animation.
Yeah, it's trying to be very comic booky,
which is not a bad idea, but like,
you know what it reminds me of?
Like, it's too modern.
MTV Spider-Man.
No,
that, but also I was gonna say the Ultimate Spider-Man video game.
For me, is that like this is pretty much how modern Marvel Comics has become, where there's more flat colors than a lot of shading. Like, everything is flat colored.
Yeah.
Right here. Like, there's hardly any shading. Like maybe shading right here, but there's no shading, in here, because you're in an alley.
We got to do the bare minimum. All right, this show premieres in 3 minutes. Let's go, people.
Gotta keep it cheap.
We're doing live. Fuck it.
It goes live on Disney on Disney Plus in 3 minutes. We gotta get this done right now, people. But sir, we still got 10 episodes left. Rush it. Fuck it. Rush it.
Yep.
Just get it out there now.
I don't give a shit if you just put storyboards out there. Get that shit on there now.
Put it up
So
on.
who's going to be the villain? Is there any more information about it? Who's going to be the villain?
We honestly don't know. Like they haven't really said much about it. You know, hopefully they'll release a trailer.
This show should have came out years ago, back when Spider-Man was first introduced in the MCU.
Yeah,
like right after Civil War.
Yeah,
I agree. Or at least after his first movie.
Or that, yeah. You know, a lot of people don't like the Far From Home movie, but I like the Far From Home movie.
Oh, that's the second one, right?
Yeah, with Mysterio. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, like I kind of liked the Mysterio, you know, from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man games, you know, where it was kind of like softcore Saw.
Yeah.
Softcore Saw. Now there's a sentence I never thought I would hear.
Well, yeah, just heard it today. Softcore Saw.
Yo, I'm watching, like, I'm looking at my TV right now. There is like this weird show popping up where this lady gave birth to a human hedgehog hybrid.
What?
That has to be fake.
No, it is. It's like based on like an old German tale.
Oh.
Man, the Germans are weird. And I say that because I actually have
the Germans are weird, the Japanese are weird. All cultures are weird. Except for mine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Mr. Superior here. Okay. All right, I see how it is.
Oh, like that's
right.
that's how
white, so you know.
I am too.
That's how everybody feels about their own culture. Like all other cultures are weird except for mine.
I wouldn't go that far. I like Japanese culture better than my own. Well, in some ways. Let me clarify that real quick.
Your culture is weird. You guys don't fuck goats. What the fuck's wrong with you? Goat fucking is amazing.
Tell me where you live, and I'll contact the government. You need to be nuked off the face of the earth, man.
For fucking goats? You guys eat hot dogs and hamburgers and pizza, but we're the weird ones? Okay.
Yes.
You also allow interracial couples? Get out of here.
Hey, man, my policy on that is very simple. Red, yellow, black, and white, they're all sexy in my sight.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Jesker loves all the women of the world.
He loves all the rainbow. All the colors of the rainbow. Even the rainbow itself.
That's right. Well, what are we talking about? Hold up now. Which rainbow are we talking about here?
I think you know which one.
Jesker, don't roll that way.
Eyes front and center.
Have you guys heard of this YouTuber, Totally Not Mark?
I have.
Yes.
Yeah, so he has released a video where he predicts how Daima is going to end.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What he said? What is prediction?
Dragon Ball Daima is a story unlike any we've seen from the franchise. Now, I know that sounds like pure concentrated hyperbole, mixed with a healthy amount of hopium, but I assure you it is not. Until now, every Dragon Ball series has been written as it went along, and while that approach has some upsides, I'm sure, whenever we as fans would try to predict a conclusion to one of Super's arcs, it'd be rather challenging given, well, you know.
Yeah, that shit was dumb.
Well, let's just say that Toei has never allowed logic.
What?
How the fuck did Trunks know how to do the spirit bomb?
The spirit sword!
Or spirit sword. It uses the same fundamentals. It's a spirit bomb sword. How the fuck did he learn that?
Just because he's Trunks?
Yeah,
Because oh my god,
he's the drink.
cool
He's
factor
the
alone.
drink. That's why he's the drink, and the drink can do whatever the drink wants to do.
Bro, did Goku teach him that shit like off screen or something? What the
No.
fuck happened?
No, it was just an ass pull by the writers. That's all. I don't even think that happened in the manga. Did that happen in the manga?
I don't remember.
If it didn't happen in the manga, then it definitely wasn't a Akira Toriyama idea.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is about Super, the way that it worked is that Toriyama would give like basic plot points, and he would give notes, and then Toyotaro and Toei Animation would interpret those notes and those plot points differently. So that's why that's why the manga and the anime differ in some arcs.
Yeah, but if there's something that happened in the manga and in the anime, then you know that is most likely an Akira Toriyama idea. The universe clashing thing that happened both in the manga and the anime, so that's clearly Akira.
Zeno destroys the future timeline in both. Vegito appears in both.
Yes. Zamasu fuse in both.
Wait, Zamasu fuses in both, but Zamasu becoming one with the universe, I think it's
only happened in the anime. Yes,
in the manga, he like creates like an army of like himself. It's like like actual physical, an actual physical army of Zamasus.
Like I'm looking through the Super manga. So Trunks is there.
And also, like the manga, you exclusively in the manga see Goku Black turn Super Saiyan, not Super Saiyan Rose, just regular ass Super Saiyan.
Rose.
I could have sworn he did turn Super Saiyan in the anime. It's been a while.
No, he just goes straight.
He just goes straight to Rose. Okay. Yeah. I know one thing. Kaioken, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken only happened in the anime.
Yep.
In the manga, it was mastered, like a mastered version of Super Saiyan Blue.
Yep.
Yeah. So Trunks does yes, like in the manga, Trunks does like cut Zamasu like in half, where it was like where it was like half half Zamas, half Goku Black. And it was like just with his regular sword, like no spirit sword involved, and then he like straight up stabs Goku Black.
Damn,
in the back.
Now see, that makes more sense. I'm telling you, man, I like Goku Black's strip, but the ending of that arc still just bothers me because
Akira literally, he wrote himself in a corner. He made him too powerful when he realized that he's immortal. Well, that's why Zamasu came. Not Zamasu, Zeno shows up.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like Zeno destroys Trunks' entire future. Now, keep in mind, this is a future that Trunks spent decades fighting to protect. His mom, his mentor, everybody in the afterlife, because when Zeno destroyed everything in the future timeline, it wasn't just the living world. He destroyed the afterlife. They're all gone. Those two little kids in the ark that he was chilling out with and protecting and everything, they're gone.
They dead.
And
that's why it would have been better if Trunks would have fought in the Tournament of Power. And he's like, I could use the Super Dragon Balls to wish my universe back, and then he would have had a conflict of interest. There would have been a confliction of interest then. You know what I'm saying?
Because then that actually would have added some emotional weight.
Exactly,
extra emotional weight. That would have been good.
He would have had to choose, and it would have been very parallel to Goku when Goku was gathering the Dragon Balls to wish Grandpa Gohan back. And it's one of my favorite scenes in Dragon Ball where Goku's like, fuck it, I'm gonna wish Upa's father back instead of my grandpa.
I like that, man.
Yeah, and so Trunks could have had this fucking conflict. He could have been pissed off about it, but he realizes that, this is bigger than me. I gotta put my own selfishness aside for the greater good.
Yo, you see this panel right here?
Oh my! Okay. Does this look familiar?
Super ripped off Metal Cooler.
No, it didn't. It didn't rip off Metal Cooler. Stop it. Super's better. Yeah, it did.
all right, Vegeta. You take the 500 on the left. I'll take the 500 on the right. Screw you. I'll take 501. That's the spirit.
So, here's the thing. Do they show? I never read this part of the manga. I was reading the manga, but I wasn't reading all of the manga. But did they? Oh no, they don't get to fight the fucking army. Why do they do that? Just let us see them fight the army.
Deus ex machina. Literally God in a machine.
Like you would think.
Trunks should be like pissed off at Xeno. Like fuck this little shit.
He should be like he should be like, okay, this kid is a problem.
Yeah. Fuck this little shit. Let me try to get the Super Dragon Balls, win the Super Dragon Balls in the Tournament of Power. Don't send them to another timeline. Let them go back with Goku, him and Mai. Go back with Goku to Goku's timeline. And then once the Tournament of Power starts up, bam, you're done.
Wait.
You have character and shit.
Wait. Dr. Breeze has another cat?
Yeah, the cat had kittens, man.
Yeah, cats like to fuck too. Yo, what's up, Wizard? Good morning.
Yo, Wizard. Morning, weebs. I tell you what, the end of the West is coming. I mean, let's see, Wizard. No, it's
it would have been a little confusing having adult Mai and adult Trunks, and there's a kid Mai and a kid Trunks. It would have been a little confusing, but Dragon Ball's a weird world, so yeah, it's a weird show. So I can accept it,
and we love it for it.
but so here's the thing though, is that you have to understand how weird this is going to be, anyways, because Trunks went to another alternate timeline before Zamasu showed up, before Goku Black showed up. And now there's two adult Mais and two adult Trunks in that timeline.
Yes.
That's just weird, man.
It is weird. It is very weird. I don't know what the fuck Akira was thinking.
If you're going to have Trunks lose his entire timeline, then just have him stay in the fucking past.
Exactly, yeah.
Just have him stay with the main crew. Let him be in the Tournament of Power, and think about how awesome the lineup in the Tournament of Power could have been. It could have been like completely representative of Universe 7. You could have had Goku, you could have had Vegeta, you could have had their sons, Gohan and future Trunks. You could have had Piccolo to represent the Namekians, Krillin to represent the Earthlings. You could have had 18 and 17 to represent the Cell Saga. Mm-hmm. Bring Boo in there, like have Majin Buu in there to represent the Buu saga, and then Frieza represents the Frieza saga. That would have been fantastic.
Trunks, Yamcha, and Master Roshi for Boo and Trunks.
No, it was Tien and Master Roshi.
Yeah, right? Tien. Yeah,
Yamcha didn't even get in that bitch. That's how pathetic Yamcha is.
Or just you don't even have to trade anyone. Just add Trunks and just add an extra character for each universe. A jobber, or a character for Trunks to fight. That's it.
Yamcha. That's a jobber.
Yamcha should have been in the Tournament of Power. I'm sorry, he should have been. I like that the Super manga actually utilizes Yamcha afterwards in the moral arc. Thank God.
Do they? I don't remember.
Yeah. He fights. He gets to fight. He fights those prisoners or whatever who evade.
Yeah. Oh shit! You know what I just realized?
Oh yeah, Jesker, Gas, and that whole crew, they're from the Demon Realm
because of the pointy ears.
They probably are from the.
But let's remember, Supreme Kai said not everybody with pointy ears is from the Demon Realm.
I'm still gonna do it.
It's just a safe bet.
I have a theory that Gas and his crew are actually a ripoff or Akira Toriyama's take of BoJack.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I can see that. But Moro is definitely from the Demon Realm because not only he has pointed ears, but he can also do magic.
Now, Moro, I do think is probably from the Demon Realm. That I agree with. The heaters though, like Gas, Alec, that whole crew.
Probably.
Again, like the thing is, remember, it's not that everybody with pointy ears is from the demon realm, but everybody from the demon realm has pointy ears.
Yes.
So
there we go. All right. Just needed to reshare. Okay.
I'll be right back. Gotta go use the restroom.
Do you want
all right,
me
let's talk about him behind his back while he's gone.
Cracker.
Oh, damn. Damn. YouTube. Hey, I see you. Well, we can only be held responsible for our own discrepancies, our own indiscretions. All right, I'm just saying these are just guests. All right, I listen. I can kick them off anytime. All right, you want them gone? I'll take them out. All right, you just say the word, YouTube.
Yeah, but let's face it. It gets a very weak insult.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're white, so who cares? I insult my own peoples all the time.
Peoples.
My peoples. No, though. So like Moro, I do think is probably a demon. I agree with that because there's so much going on with Moro besides just the pointy ears, to where it's like, okay, this dude clearly. I mean, he's a fucking wizard. They straight up say he's a wizard. So he's definitely magic based.
You're a wizard, Moro.
So yeah, I think Moro probably is from the demon world.
Yeah.
Gas and Alec and all of them, I don't know. Like that might be a little bit of a stretch because they really didn't. Well, hold up. Now I just remembered something. Couldn't Gas materialize weapons?
Think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think he could materialize weapons. That might be magic.
Yeah.
That might be magic.
But you can also say, energy manipulation can also be magic. So.
Well, I don't know if you've checked out this channel yet. Jordan the Dragon Lee was actually bringing this up. The difference between like ki or chi, as some people call it, and magic. And that is ki or chi is like internal. It's like internal energy. Whereas magic is basically external. And the way that it works is you're using your internal energy when you're using ki, but when you manipulate reality, it's magic.
Ah, okay.
And this, everybody should go subscribe to his channel because holy crap, like his knowledge of like the Taoist influence on Dragon Ball is unmatched. It is incredible. But when you start to understand Taoism and then you like see how much Taoism influences Dragon Ball, everything starts to make so much more sense. I mean, you start seeing things, you start understanding plot points that you didn't understand before. Because there is like a lot of basically all of Dragon Ball is pretty much influenced by Taoism.
Yeah.
Like you can look at like chi and ki, like increasing your chi, increasing your ki. They call it like Taoist alchemy pretty much. And it's like condensing and internalizing and cultivating spiritual energy within you. And that's kind of like what we saw like with Super Saiyan God, because remember, or Super Saiyan Blue, because they were like in that realm full of like divine energy back inside of Whis' staff when they were trying to get their god powers going. And they had to like absorb the energy, and then they had to like keep it within their bodies and not let it like flare out in order to get the transformation. Yeah. But like that's Taoist alchemy pretty much. But yeah, like when you start looking into all that, it's Dragon Ball has layers that a lot of people just don't see on the surface. I mean, like even something like Ultra Instinct is based off the martial art concept of the clear mind, where you literally empty out your mind, you empty out your heart, you just empty yourself completely, and you're just acting on instinct. Like Ultra Instinct is like an extreme, version of that pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, so shall I continue the video?
Yeah, go for it.
reason and, well, general compassion for their audience to get in the way of their true vision. Now, that's not to say that I didn't enjoy Soup. I did. However, Daima isn't like those other girls. Unlike them, Daima's story has been planned from the very beginning, which means every episode is filled with oh so delicious foreshadowing. We have good guys, bad guys, kind of good guys, kind of bad guys. We've got magic spells, magic weapons, magic carp, and a brand spanking new realm with a host of new rules. There's even hints towards a caste system with tinges of racism, and this time it's on purpose. All of this dialogue is purposely pushing towards the climax of this story, which means I have an idea. What if I sat down and overanalyzed that dialogue? What if I looked at all the tiny breadcrumbs they've given us and formed an actually educated guess for once? Will I get it right or fail spectacularly? Regardless, this should be super fun. So get your popcorn out because I'm totally not Mark, and this is my prediction for the ending of Dragon Ball Daima.
奇跡の炎よ燃え上がれよ君の心に未来のため
What can someone learn from just 6
Hold
episodes?
on, pause it for a second.
Well, if the story...
Neo the one said, imagine a Dragon Ball isekai. Go check out Super Dragon Ball Heroes.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
That's basically a Dragon Ball isekai.
Super Dragon Ball Heroes.
I do love that theme song they have. Dragon Ball Heroes. Yep, there's something in Japanese. Anyways, continue.
is planned from start to finish. Quite a lot, actually. In Attack on Titan's first episode, the words Eren hears after waking up, the birds we see flying overhead, and the key to the basement are all hints that point towards resolutions we don't see until the latter half of the series at the absolute earliest, and at the very end at the latest. Because of this, I tried to pay extra attention to Dragon Ball Daima. And from watching these episodes over and over and over again, I noticed some interesting hints. Some have been rather explicit, while others were far more subtle.
問題ありの兄弟ばっかりじゃねえの。そう言われましても。
Unlike the stories of Dragon Ball's past, while Daima's episodes have featured plenty of nostalgic callbacks, they have additionally been coated in a compelling and uncharacteristically detailed mystery. Who is Glorio? Where did the Tertian Oculus that Goma wants to make himself so powerful with go missing? Why and how did the Namekians leave the demon world? And don't even get me started on Dr. Arinsu. Despite these looming questions, however, the very first thing I noticed while watching Dragon Ball Daima was how surprisingly prominent the process of Saiyans and Majin aging was, particularly when it came to Saiyans. Across the series, the development of Saiyans has been, at best, a fleeting piece of information. However, in Dragon Ball Daima, it is the focus. Initially, they are aged down from being middle-aged by human standards to being roughly 6 years old, with those that are teens being aged down even further to babies. Now, if that was all there was, then I'd be thinking of it as little more than Toriyama putting his own spin on Dragon Ball GT. But there is
pause it
more.
again real
In the
quick.
very first sequence...
This is an interesting question. I got a question. Do you think they should replace Goku as the face of the franchise? A lot of people say they're tired of him.
No.
No.
They tried to do that once.
I'm like that's like basically saying like, hey, should we stop having Pikachu be the face of Pokemon?
Isn't? But he's kind of not anymore since they got rid of Ash, right?
No,
Pikachu is still the face. They still have they may not have Ash's Pikachu in the anime, but they have a Pikachu. In the anime.
They have a Pikachu.
Yeah. In the new Pokemon anime, Pokemon Horizons. Oh yeah, they have like a Pikachu captain.
Yo, man, when is fucking Raichu going to get his time to shine, man?
Never, because Raichu is not as popular as the yellow devil that is Pikachu.
Raichu is not as cute. Raichu is not as cute.
Stop being a pussy ass Pikachu. Level up to a Raichu, motherfuckers.
Never.
But here's the thing. Goku, you can't replace Goku. Goku is Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
right. He is Dragon Ball. They tried with Gohan. Gohan doesn't work. It's like would it be cool to see another like spin-off anime, like a Vegeta anime, a Gohan anime, a fucking Yamcha movie. Yeah, that would be cool. But other than that, Goku is Mickey Mouse. All right.
Yeah.
You can't have Dragon Ball with no Goku.
Goku is to Japan what Superman is to America.
Yep.
Yes. Oh God, I wanted to mention this in my fucking King stream. I fucking forgot, so I might bring it up in CG Church today. But I'll bring it up here. Have you guys seen the fucking poster of the Chinese football team versus the Japanese football team?
No.
It's fucking black. It's fucking Black Myth Song Wukong facing off against Goku.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
That shit is so dope. Like, oh my God. I'm like, look, America. I don't know how our football. I don't follow fucking sports like that, but I don't know how our football team, our soccer teams are here. But if we go up against Japan, let it be Superman up against Goku. Like, it'll be fucking cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it would, but you have to remember, like, soccer is nowhere near as popular here as it is in the rest of the world.
It's not.
Nah.
But imagine the hype. That's why I'm like, DC, what the fuck are you doing? You're leaving money on the table. Go to fucking Japan. You're already there. They're making fucking manga for you guys. Talk to Shueisha. I bet they'll be 100% down with doing like a one shot of fucking Goku meeting Superman, fighting Lex Luthor or some shit.
That would be some like an official. Yeah, that would be some shit.
Yeah,
it would be.
But no, like Goku's not going to get kicked off the main character roster. They tried it with Gohan. People didn't like it. I think Toriyama.
I want Goku.
Toriyama didn't like it. Toriyama was like, no,
I need Goku. Said later, it just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
Plus, the other thing is, going back to the Taoist thing, Goku represents the idea of a Taoist hero way more than Gohan does. Gohan is more akin to a Western style hero.
Yes.
Than Goku is. Or than what Goku is. Like Goku's more of an Eastern style hero.
Yeah.
His own spin on Dragon Ball GT. But there is more. In the very first sequence of the very first episode, in a series about the gang being turned into children, we are reminded, for some reason, that Saiyans maintain a youthful body for much of their lives. We've seen elderly Saiyans before, like Paragus in the Broly movie, the implication there being that he retained his youth until his more advanced years and is now starting to show signs of physical deterioration. Furthermore, and also in the first episode, Goku specified
in the Broly movie.
Yeah.
I like that they made him an old man. I still like the original Paragus, but that is the superior Paragus.
Yeah, and
I agree.
Like when I was like in the movie theater, like the moment Broly guns for Vegeta, like everyone was clapping and cheering.
Yes, same for me here too.
Dude, I love Frieza's line when he kills Paragus.
Broly, it's such a tragedy.
I'm like, and the Emmy goes to
Frieza.
You know why that scene works? Because you don't expect Frieza to do some shit like that. Like, no, you expect him to kill someone, but not like try to frame it on fucking Vegeta and them, right?
Have y'all seen the parody version of that?
Yes.
Frieza did not say that it was Goku or Vegeta that killed Paragus. But he
said it was a stray energy bullet or whatever.
A stray energy blast.
Yeah.
But
it was totally not me.
The parody version of that is wild, man. He's like, Broly,
these ninjas be wildin'.
I love it. It sounds just like Frieza's voice actor too.
It does.
It's so good.
And this is before AI voices.
It's great.
And Broly has been beating Frieza's ass for an hour. Probably more than that.
So, question: which Broly do you find superior, the original Broly or Super Broly?
Super Broly.
Yeah, original Broly is badass as far as like his presence and stuff.
Yeah,
this is true. But if we're talking about from a writing standpoint and a characterization standpoint, Super Broly has way more depth.
Or I should say, do you like evil Broly or good Broly? Because Super Broly's a good guy.
Good Broly.
Yeah, I gotta go with good Broly, man. I mean, I love them both, but I just feel like there's so much more potential with this Broly.
Yeah. I kind of want a medium. I kind of want like a middle ground where there's this shit talking Broly, but also he's good. You get what I'm saying?
I would love the two Brolys to meet somehow, some way.
They kind of have already in multiple instances. I believe in Dragon Ball Superheroes they met, and then there's maybe there's a what if in Sparking Zero. If there's not a what if, there's definitely an interaction between the two.
Yeah.
The age at which Saiyans routinely undergo a growth spurt, that being 15 years of age. Still, I thought this could just be a coincidence, but then I found something undeniable to me. In episode 4, Goku and his party stumble across palace guards effectively collecting tax from the public, and those that couldn't pay? Curiously, we don't actually see what impact this machine has had on the victim's body beyond a simple shot of one stumbling away, back turned to the camera, and out of focus no less. However, I think it's fair to assume that if one gives up their lifespan and dies as a result, there's a chance that the result is aging. Quote, if I lose 9 years of my life, I might die, end quote. 9 years. In episode 1, Goma requested that Goku and friends be reverted back to the age of first graders. This would place Goku at 6 years of age according to the Japanese schooling system following the wish. And so, hypothetically, if Goku were to pay that penalty of 9 years, how old do you think he'd be?
He'd be exactly 15.
6 plus 9 equals 15. Now that's either a perfect coincidence or it's intentional. Dragon Ball Daima was created to commemorate 40 years of Dragon Ball, and so, with it being wall-to-wall nostalgia, what if in this series we saw every version of Goku, from a young kid to a teenager to a young adult, boasting Super Saiyan transformations and other stunning feats to like...
That would be cool.
That would... Do you know... Oh my god, they can make so many fucking toys.
Yeah. That's what the industry is all about.
Gotta make that
which
money.
We never got a chance to see in the original story. But what if it doesn't even stop there? What if they take us to the logical conclusion of this path and we see what Goku might look like as an old man? But how? Why would this happen? For what reason is Goku even brought to the Demon Realm in the first place? To understand that, we need to examine what little information we have on Dr. Arinsu.
Step on me, mommy.
The show. Like I don't know what it is about female Japanese voices, but they just keep sounding hotter.
Dude, it's... You know what? I was gonna say something, but never mind. Go ahead. I don't want to get in trouble.
This is her motivation. In episode 6, Shin describes Arinsu as an ambitious mad scientist.
Can I say something real quick?
Uh-oh.
By the way, Japan has once again proven to be the superior Asian race by defeating the Japanese football team.
Wait. So the Japanese team defeated the Japanese team?
No, the Japanese defeated the Chinese.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, China. This channel has been removed
all the way.
This channel is removed by request of the CCP.
So Goku is officially superior to
Sun Wukong.
So
Fuck
eat
you.
shit, Monkey King.
Yeah, fuck your 7 times immortality.
Yeah, Goku doesn't give a fuck.
Who chose the excitement of the Demon Realm over leaving like he did. And while Goma might call himself the king of the Demon Realm, it's beyond clear to me that Arinsu is the one manipulating practically every single character in this story. Once Boo and Babidi met their end thanks to Goku and friends, Goma's competition and concerns should have melted away. There was no reason for anyone on Earth to go to the Demon Realm, and now Goma was the Supreme Demon King or whatever. However, despite this, Arinsu managed to plant that seed of doubt in Goma's mind. A seed which sprouted and formed Goma's wish, one that Arinsu herself called ingenious. Which brings me to Glorio. Over 2 days following Dende's kidnapping, Glorio arrives and specifically requests Goku's assistance to defeat King Goma, claiming that King Kadan of the third demon world put him up to it. However, that was a lie, and we now know that he is reporting directly to Arinsu. More on that in just a sec. And thirdly, to add even more material to this ever-expanding tapestry of mystery, Arinsu traveled to Earth before Goma did with Degasu. I guess Neva's leisurely, slow-moving self delayed things sufficiently for Arinsu to sneak in ahead of them unseen. And because of this, I have questions. What has she been doing on Earth? Why did she decide to go back to the Demon Realm right afterwards, and then instruct Glorio 2 days later to pick Goku up for her? And why is Glorio even entertaining working for her in the first place? Truly, this is a puzzling circumstance, but I may have some answers to these questions. And the path to truth, potentially, could start with this piece of information. The demon world does not know about key manipulation. By the time episode 6 arrives, Glorio reveals he didn't really know much of anything about Goku's strength or ability. He's surprised when he transforms and has been shown to be totally unfamiliar with the concept of chi or key manipulation like everyone else in the demon realm is. Initially, he claimed that he wanted his help to defeat King Goma, but as we learn, Glorio didn't even seem to believe Goku could defeat him easily. So, if not for his strength, why did Glorio specifically request Goku to come with him? Why does Arinsu have such interest in this Saiyan and seemingly none of the others when characters like Gohan, who at this time in the story are more powerful than both Goku and Vegeta? Well, in episode 1, Arinsu expresses a desire for the funding of her research to continue. To fund something is to invest money into it, currency, and as seen in episode 4, since Goma's rise to power, he has increased offerings or taxes in the third demon realm to 3 gold coins per person. The reaction from the crowd tells us all we need to know. This is a staggering increase that they simply cannot account for. And so, naturally, with this increase in tax, there will necessarily be an increase in the number of those unable to pay it, and what will be accepted to balance that debt? Lifespan. But what does that have to do with Goku? More than you think. From the point of view of those in the demon realm who watched this battle, the Genki Dama is a technique unique to Goku, one that draws life force from all living beings, and amid episode 1's litany of nostalgic throwbacks, the Genki Dama scene was given special consideration in terms of both runtime and focus from the characters looking on. There's a lot of emphasis placed on the forming of the bomb, and we even get to see the energy offered from Earth travel through space to the realm of the Kais. So what if Arinsu believes that the energy Goku can gather using the Genki Dama is similar to that which is forcefully taken from the civilians in episode 4? Whatever was absorbed by that machine in episode 4 looks blue. And what does the gathered energy traveling across space look like? Blue blobs of energy wrapped in a similar aura to that which Goku wraps around himself when fighting. Maybe when she says funding, she doesn't only mean money, she means lifespan. Perhaps this is vital for what she's working on, and perhaps the Genki Dama is the key. After all, the very first time we see Arinsu is right after that scene concludes. But that can't be everything, right? Why would she think she could make Goku even do this for her in the first place? Well, ask yourself this. Why is Glorio guiding Goku to the demon realm Dragon Balls? The answer lies perhaps in Dragon Ball Daima's original name, Dragon Ball Magic. As pointed out, the average lifespan on the Demon Realm is 1,000 years, which is fitting because the Demon Realm Dragon Balls were last used...
Doesn't Daima mean magic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not really like the original name. It's just, you know, a translation of the name.
Well, I think even in Japan, they were calling it Dragon Ball Magic to be... It was like the early production name. And then they actually changed it to Daima. So it was actually just going to be called Magic, like
Dragon Ball Magic.
Dragon Ball Magic.
Yeah.
Over 1,000 years ago. Meaning, outside of those able to benefit from the tax system by extending their own lifespans, there are likely very few individuals alive in this realm that were even around when that wish took place. What that wish might have been, I have my guesses, but What led me to those theories in the first place was what Degasu said about the Earth's Dragon Balls, that they are based in, quote, white magic, which tells me there's a chance the Demon Realm Dragon Balls are based in something else, perhaps black magic. We don't exactly know what the difference is between these types of magic explicitly, but we are given clues.
AKA the Black Dragon Balls?
No, I know exactly what this is. It goes back to Taoism. White magic is yin.
Yeah.
Dark magic or black magic, yang.
Yeah.
That's what it is. The Earth's Dragon Balls have more of a yin influence, whereas the Demon Realm Dragon Balls have more of a yang influence.
Mm-hmm. And we assume the Namekian Dragon Balls are also like white magic.
Yeah, I would assume so.
It seems like a black wish might constitute a nefarious action like killing or eliminating someone, whereas a white wish...
yeah, because like Shenron... Wait, no, I'm thinking of like the genie from Aladdin, where it has like the 3 rules, like I can't make someone fall in love with you, I can't kill somebody, and there was like a third one that I can't remember.
Can't bring back anybody from the dead.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's important for people to understand here, yin and yang are not good and evil. Those are not the same thing.
Yeah.
It's balance.
Yin and yang just represent complementary opposites. And it's the coming together of these opposites that creates all multiplicity and complexity throughout the entire universe.
Male and female.
Right. I mean, that's actually one of the best examples. You have male, which is the yin. You have female, which is the yang. And when they come together, you get creation, aka
babies.
Exactly. That is one of the most obvious examples of how yin and yang actually work. So they're not good and evil. They're complementary forces that when come together give rise to all things in the universe.
Yeah. Did you say that the Mecha and Dragon Balls don't bring people back from the dead?
No, they do.
No, the Earth Dragon Balls, I think, okay, so with the Earth Dragon Balls, it can only bring you back once.
Yeah, it can only bring you back once.
But with the Namekian Dragon Balls, like you can just keep coming back, like as many times as you want.
Neo the One says like Goku and Vegeta, yin and yang. Actually, that's a really good example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily good, not necessarily evil.
Right. It's just complementary forces.
Yeah.
Various action like
Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence in Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Killing or eliminating someone, whereas a white wish would be something like wishing someone back to life. And so, perhaps any limitations Shenlong might have had, like requiring consent to transport Goku to Earth or something like that, perhaps these black wishes could force others to act against their will. But that can't be it, right? Surely there has to be an apparent drawback to this black magic. And for that, I also have a theory. Admittedly, there's little evidence for this, but it does help me to better understand a certain character. Neva. As soon as the first trailer dropped, Dragon Ball Daima received comparisons to Dragon Ball GT. Sure, this was initially limited to complaints about Goku being transformed into a kid again, but what if there's more to this comparison? Right now, we're aware that there are potentially Dragon Balls that operate with black magic. Black magic Dragon Balls don't sound all that far removed from Black Star Dragon Balls. And while the power those balls wielded was great, they too came with a serious consequence for using them. The planet would be destroyed if they weren't all gathered again. Furthermore, in episode 2, Piccolo describes Neva as the legendary Namek who remained in the Demon Realm alone to protect its Dragon Balls. We later find out that traveling between demon worlds was once possible, however, something happened and now transport is near impossible. Perhaps Abura was a particularly terrible ruler. Perhaps over 1,000 years ago, Neva used the Demon Realm Dragon Balls to help the Namekians escape along with everyone else who wanted to join them. And perhaps since then, this Demon Realm has become a prison. Everyone refers to everywhere outside of the Demon Realm as, quote, the outside world, and so, in other words, these demons are now confined to this world with only the elites getting the ability or freedom to move as they want.
問題ありの兄弟ばっかりじゃねえの。そう言われましても。
Glorio seems to hold Shin in contempt for something. Perhaps this extends to the Namekians who fled this realm also. Maybe he holds them responsible. There's a very clear caste system in the Dragon Realm after all, and it seems both the Glins and the Namekians came from the second demon world. But as we've seen, the third demon world, home to the poorest and Glorio too, had to pay that debt. The demon realm as it exists today is a prison that demands the most valuable thing a person has to offer, their life. So what if Glorio's only working for Arinsu because someone close to him has a heavy debt to pay? It could even be him. What if Arinsu, being an elite from the first world, promised him that she could give him the lifespan that he needs? Goma did, after all, offer Neva that very same thing.
What? Mommy.
I said, mommy.
Step on me, mommy.
Oh, step on me, mommy.
Please, mommy.
Which brings me to a point of confusion I had. Why did Neva stay? Whatever the reason, there's definitely a consequence to gathering these demon balls. There's a reason to protect them with the Tamagami, and there's a reason Neva complies with Goma's wishes when the reward is the extension of his lifespan. To Neva, it's important to him that he remains alive after the wish that was made 1,000 years ago. But what was that wish? I have something of an idea. It seems to me that the moment the Namekians left, the Oculus went missing and the Demon Realm Dragon Balls were used. So let's try to tie these events together. According to Piccolo, quote, Namekians don't like being ruled, end quote. And so perhaps that wish made on the Demon Realm Dragon Balls was for the Oculus to leave Abura's possession somehow, and thus granted them the power to escape along with anyone else who wanted to leave. But notice how I said it didn't go missing like Goma suggested it did. The Tertian Oculus, a device that grants what is described as unbelievable or absolute power, which actually tells us more than you might think. In Universe 7, a description like this would be too vague to tell us anything, but in the Demon Realm, I'd put good money on this being a specifically magical item that wields black magic. Maybe the Demon Realm Dragon Balls don't operate on black magic at all and are the only things keeping this out of the hands of the new Demon Kings. But where is this Tertian Oculus thing? How can I even hope to guess where it is if I haven't even seen it?
It's on Tien's forehead,
what if I
dog.
told you that we've all seen it multiple times?
Show me.
In the OP following the reveal of all three Tamagami, we are presented with Degasu, Goma, and Arinsu standing in front of the two former rulers of the Demon Realm, bathed in blue to denote their passing. In this OP, colors tell us a lot. In episode 3, while Goku and Glorio are being asked which demon world they want to travel to, we see 3 small buttons of different colors. These are doorways to the 3 demon worlds. The first is red, the second is blue, and the third yellow. We know that the first demon world with Goma is bathed in red light, matching its door. We've also seen that the third demon realm has a lot of warm yellow and orange tones, also matching its door. For this reason, we can safely assume that the second demon world will feature a lot of water, or at the very least, a lot of the color blue. I mean, its Tamagami is wielding a trident. It doesn't get any more explicit than that. And so, if we look at the backgrounds to each of the Tamagamis in the opening, we can see these colors largely match too. I say this only because this opening uses color theory to tell a story. And so, if we look at this shot of Degasu, Arinsu, and Goma again through that lens, we notice that they are all the same color, suggesting, because they are standing in front of the former rulers of this realm, that they are all vying for the same position in their own ways. What if what makes someone the Demon King is in fact the Tertian Oculus? It would certainly help explain how someone like Dabura was able to be influenced by Babidi in the first place, but I digress. Goma may be front and center, but he's also surrounded. Most obviously on the right by Arinsu, who's
you know what that reminds me of? It's kind of like the Arthurian legends, where whoever pulled the sword from the stone was named King of England.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not really like this might explain why like Toa doesn't seem to be a thing here, is that maybe the demon realm throne is not passed through bloodline, but either through strength, or it could be something like you have to have proof of your right to rule, and that's what the Oculus is.
Maybe so.
Ruby, Katie wants you on Liam's stream.
What? She wants to be on Liam's stream?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Oh yeah, because like in the green room, like she tagged one gun to go on Liam's stream, and then she tagged you.
okay, I'll be there. Something else came up. I'll be there. Well, I guess I'll hop off for a while.
All right. Yeah, we're probably only gonna go for another 30 minets anyways, because I've got to get ready. I'm taking my nieces to see Wicked this afternoon. Yeah.
Cool. If you have enough time to come to CG Church, talk about it. I'd like to hear what you guys think.
Yeah, if you're still going by the time I get back, yeah, I'll hop on for sure.
Well, I'll see. All right, guys, take it easy.
All right, take care, man.
Bye. All right, let's see what Katie wants.
Oh,
right.
good, he's gone.
Man, fuck that guy, you know?
Glaring at Goma with contempt. This translates for me clearly to the story with her not necessarily aligning herself with the newly crowned Demon King's interests. So, where do we see the tertian oculus then? The very next visual. It's on screen for only a few seconds. It looks like a red eye that becomes surrounded by green magic shapes before...
No, wait, I'm trying to do the Eye of Sauron. I see you. But yeah, I guess that's what the evil third eye is supposed to look like.
Before giving off a purple glow. Green and purple. What do these colors mean? I have two ideas. My first thought was to consider where I have seen red eyes in this story before. Neva's design is green and purple, matching the colors that bounce off the Oculus in the OP. So what if Neva has something to do with the Oculus going missing? Maybe his wish back then was to internalize the Oculus into himself, and now he can wield its power as he chooses. That could explain his incredible power on Earth. However, I don't know how likely that is. Thankfully, I have another guess that could play into the ending of the story a lot better. We're obviously on a journey right now to gather all of the Demon Realm Dragon Balls, but why? What wish is going to be made? You might think that it's possible for Arinsu to wish for Goku to use the Genki Dama against his will for her ends, but I don't think that's the wish that it will be. After all, these Dragon Balls might also be based in white magic, given that they were created by a seemingly virtuous Namekian in Neva. Furthermore, on a meta level, now that we know her plan, everything can't go smoothly for her. That would be boring. And so, I don't think Arinsu, Glorio, Goma, or even Goku will be the ones to make the wish on the Demon Realm balls. The person I think will get to make that wish will be Degasu. And what will he be wishing for? The exact same thing his sister wants. But what is that? Looking back at the OP, Degasu is also positioned at a similar height to Arinsu, smiling but with an evil look in his eye. Contrasting Arinsu, who is more explicitly going against Goma in the story, my belief is that Degasu is playing his cards extremely close to his chest, and as I said, in this shot, all of those characters are vying for the same thing. If you recall, in episode 6, while Shin describes Arinsu as ambitious, he specifically refers to Degasu as very ambitious. And what's more is, within episode 1, without telling Goma or us any details, Degasu requests that Goma allow him the chance to make the third and final wish on Shenlong, but that never manifests. So what is the wish that I believe both Arinsu and Degasu wants to make? It's a wish that will give them everything they want. They will wish for the tertian oculus. In the OP, the eye is red, perhaps matching the first demon world, and it's surrounded by the colors green and purple. What characters wear those colors? Degasu and Arinsu. And it seems that the purple color will win out in the end. But will it? I'm not so sure. One thing Akira Toriyama is really good at is making you believe in your heart of hearts that one thing is going to happen and then he pulls the rug from beneath your feet. What if, as a callback to the conclusion of the very first arc of this series, when Oolong steals Pilaf's wish, Goma somehow manages to steal it and put his plan into action instead? An alternate plan to this would be either Degasu, Arinsu, or both, if they are working together that is, gets their wish and opts to mind control Goma for their bidding. And honestly, in Arinsu's case, it would really match match her whole Bride of Frankenstein mad scientist vibe she's got going on with her hairstyle. But whatever the case is, I don't see Goma's character being sidelined for this climax, and I expect the lifespan draining mechanic to be in full effect too. Perhaps Goku and the gang are trying to stop whoever made this wish from destroying the demon realm and prevent it from being drained of the remaining life it has, with this potential aging mechanic resulting in the likes of Bulma growing old fastest. Then we get to see perhaps older versions of Goku and Vegeta, followed soon after by the demons Glorio and Pansy, leaving only one left to make a difference: Piccolo. To me, this makes too much sense because there has to be a reason Toriyama brought him along, but not Gohan. As explained, those in the demon realm on average live for 1,000 years. And while Pansy is 82 years of age, Piccolo is only 6. What if, for Akira Toriyama's very last project, he chose his favorite character to not only save the day, but become a legendary Namekian in his own right? And those are my predictions for how Dragon Ball Daima will end. Do you think I'll get things right, or do you think I'm going to be way off when all this is said and done? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this...
Yeah, but I think the real ending is that they're going to save the day, and they'll like turn back into adults again.
Well, yeah, I mean they have to because Super, but that's interesting. I mean, the whole thing about the spirit bomb and the life draining and stuff, like that's a connection I hadn't made up until now.
Yeah.
That is interesting. I don't know, man. Like, to me, like finding out who's going to be the final villain is like one of the big mysteries, and like I still don't know who it's going to be.
Yeah. It could be all three of them, for all we know.
Yeah, or it could be like you could have something where Arenzu and Degasu team up or something since they're siblings.
Yeah.
I mean, that could also be a thing. Or, there's been that rumor out there that somebody's trying to make a new Majin Buu. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't particularly like, given like where we are with the series at this point, I doubt that's going to be it.
Yeah.
I still think we're going to get Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, but I think it's very definite that we'll probably see a new fusion between Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah, Super Saiyan 4 fusion. Giant fusion. I've said before, giant fusion monkey versus giant demon Megazord when the Tamagami combine. Let's go.
Yeah.
I mean that let's do this, man. Like monkey versus Megazord. Let's go.
No, monkey hate robot hate the monkey. Monkey hate like I'm already screwing up the song. Monkey versus robot.
Let's go, man. It would be awesome. It would be sick. Let's do it. Giant demon monkey versus giant demon robot. Let's go.
Yeah, but we'll have to see if that happens.
Speaking of the ending of Daima, something, because to go back to the pacing that we were talking about at the beginning, apparently from what I've heard, this is only going to be a 20 episode series.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is we're at episode 7 and we're still in the third demon world.
Yeah.
Next week we're going to have the fight with the Tamagami.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping by the end of that episode, I'm assuming the fight's going to take up the majority of the episode, but I hope by the end, no matter how it turns out, they're headed off to the second demon world.
Yeah, like I'm willing to bet that they're slowly gaining momentum, and probably after the first, and when they catch up with like Bulma, Vegeta, and Piccolo, I think that's where it will start to kick up speed.
I hope, because at that point, I mean, if we go into the second demon world in episode 9, after that we've only got 11 episodes.
Yeah.
So, like, we need to really start picking up the pace here.
Yep.
again, like I think we should have been headed off to the second demon world at the end of this episode if the pacing was a little bit better. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, like we're and again, like the 20 episodes thing is not confirmed. That's just what's out there. That's the reports. But yeah, I've heard 20 episodes. I've heard early March is when this is supposed to end. And we don't know if we're getting a season 2. Maybe we're getting a season 2. I don't know. We'll probably find out at Jump Festa.
Yeah.
But that's real. I think this episode highlights the pacing problem more than any other episode.
Yeah.
Because we switch over to another plane. We encounter Goma's soldiers again. We go to another restaurant. Goku takes a shit. It's like, we get it. Like, I'm all for a good journey. I like the journey, but at some point we have to get to a destination.
Yep.
And I feel like we should have already been done with the third demon world at this point, because I'm kind of getting tired of the same yellow desert background at this point.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready to head into that second. I want to see that second demon world, man. I want to see Planet Kaishin. I want to see the Shinjin trees, like where the Kais are born. I want to see that stuff. I want to see that stuff now. I'm tired of hearing about the Glen. I want to go and see where the Glen come from. Damn it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see the second demon world. I'm ready for it. Let's go. Let's do this. Because you got to think, if we're going to head there in the second demon world, who's the king or the queen of the second demon world? Could it be some kind of Glend, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's maybe Degasu or Renzu actually are the king or the queen of that realm, because they're Glens.
Yeah. Supposedly.
Yeah. So who's ruling over that place? What, like, we've heard nothing about the ruler of the second demon world. We don't know, like, are they a supporter of Goma? Are they not? Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
And we need to find out.
Yeah, so the third demon realm, I guess, is kind of like the slums. The second is probably the suburbs, and the first is probably like
the gated community full of mansions.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what the second one is like. Like, that's like, I'm assuming when we get to the first one, like, there's probably, which according to what was said earlier, the first demon realm is supposed to be the largest, but I'm assuming that there probably won't be that much exploring. Like, I would assume, like, once we get there, it's pretty much going to be like an assault on Goma's castle would be my assumption.
Well, yeah. Like, it kind of makes sense that the third one is the largest, because that's the slums. That's that's where all the peasants are.
The peasants.
the rabble.
I mean, it's kind of interesting. Like, Shin had never visited the third demon realm until now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
interesting. He was kind of busy being a Supreme Kai.
Oh, he was busy being God now, was he? Self-entitled prick.
So he calls himself God. Pretentious prick.
Now, remind me, what's his name? Actually, it was revealed in this episode. I've got to try and pin it down. Nehare. I want to say Neharu, but that's not it.
Hold on. Okay, Nahare.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Nahare. Yeah. So Nahare, like that, I always assumed it was Shin. Like, we've been told years and years it's Shin.
Well, I think it's kind of like a similar situation with Goku, where his Saiyan name is Kakarot, but his Earth name is Goku.
Okay, that's interesting. Now the question is, though, who gave him the name Shin?
I guess maybe the tree. And maybe the reason why he changed his name to Shin was, maybe he wanted to separate himself from the Glend class.
Damn. So you're saying there's gonna be a moment where Degasu's fighting Shin, and he's like, "You think you're better than me? You go and change your name? Huh? You forget your roots? Oh, you
will,
now,
pissant.
so what? You god of the whole universe now, and you think you're better than me?
You think you're too good for us?
You ain't Jenny from the block no more.
Yeah, that'll be funny.
You straight out of Compton now? Is that it? You forgot your roots? Fuck you.
Oh, like I would not be surprised if they, if they have like some sort of slur, for Glenn.
Dude,
Glenn Glenn already sounds like a slur.
I thought it was glint when I first heard it. I was like, man, that sounds racist.
Well, yeah, I'm checking Google, and they say Glend, with a D. But I think in the subtitles, they say Glend.
Well, the may be like an expressive thing, because like like when we write things here in English, like if we're wanting to add like emotion to something, we'll put like an exclamation point at the end of it.
Yeah.
But they actually have like a word to describe like that same emotion, like the like it's literally yo, yo.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, so like when they're wanting to say something, but they're wanting to make it sound really
emphasized.
Yeah, like emphasize it, make it sound bombastic. They'll say yo at the end of it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that like in Japanese video games and stuff, like they'll say like if they're saying like thunder magic, like the Japanese word for lightning is like ikazuchi, but then they'll be like ikazuchi yo.
Yeah. Yeah, because like in Japanese writing, they don't have like punctuation.
Right.
But I do think don't they have don't they use a period? Because I could have sworn that they do use some sort of period.
Let me look that up. I'm not. Let's see. Is there a period in the Japanese language?
I'm just gonna search like if it has like any punctuation.
Kuten.
Okay, so yes, Japanese uses punctuation, which is called yakumono.
Yeah.
Japanese punctuation is different from European languages, and it includes many marks, some of which are only used in casual writing. Here are some things to know about Japanese punctuation. So like placement, spacing, direction, tone, and history. I'm not going to get in. I'm not going to get too deep into that. Okay, so here's a period. Okay, so
it's like a circle. It's a circle instead of a dot.
Yeah, it's a little circle. Their comma is similar to our own, but it's like tilted a little bit. They do also use Western exclamation mark and question marks.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense, because
I might think everything else after that it like comes from the West. But like commas and periods, are basically their own.
Yeah. The because especially after World War II and everything, there was a lot of cross mingling between American and Asian culture to varying degrees, depending on which Asian country we're talking about. Japan has had some influence from Western culture, not as much as places like South Korea. South Korea has a lot of influence from American culture. I mean,
They
lot.
they love American culture.
Yes, dude, it's crazy. If you're ever traveling to Asia and you're like, okay, I want to go to an Asian country that's going to be more like America, the most like America, it's South Korea. It's South Korea without a doubt.
Yeah.
South Korea has been heavily influenced by American culture.
Yeah. And Japan in their big cities, like, it's heavily westernized. But they do have a lot of places, where they kept, their traditional stuff.
Yes. And I would say the interesting thing is, though, is that especially since I would say the late 80s, American culture has started to be influenced significantly by Japanese culture.
Yeah.
Like, there's been a cross because I mean, dude, I was listening to this. I forget who it was. It was an art teacher, I believe it was, who was talking about this. And they said, like, over the last 10 years, their students, the thing that they see consistently is the students want to draw in the manga style.
Oh yeah. Yeah. For every art class I had, like, all the teachers hate the manga or anime style. Like, they hate it.
And I understand why, though, like on a professional level, because a lot of manga art style, it's not anatomically correct. It's very exaggerated. It's cartoonish. Art teachers want you to pin down the human anatomy first. They want you to get the human anatomy correct to begin with, as like a basic basic foundation to build off of. And I understand that. And but the thing is that kids growing up now, people in our generation, we just love that art style. And it's like, okay, yeah. Anatomically correct Western comic style. We get it. Show me how to draw Goku. Show me how to draw Naruto. Like that's what I want. And I don't know, man. Like, I know there's a lot of people, and we talk about it, like with like EBS, for example. There's some other people in Comicsgate who, it's a generational thing. It really is. And it's not going anywhere. It's not going to change. Like, America's been influenced by the Japanese art style and Japanese style of storytelling. And globalization's not going to change. It's not going to go anywhere with the internet, with the advance of technology. The world's going to become more connected. Cultures are going to blend more and more.
Yep.
And it's just something you're either going to have to go with and accept, or you will be left behind.
Yep. Yeah, and because it originally started, where Japan was actually first influenced by Disney.
Yep.
And now it's coming full circle.
Yep. It's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
America has influenced Japanese culture, and now Japanese culture is influencing American culture. And again, it's that cross mingling, man. I think it's beautiful, me personally, because the lines, the division is starting to separate. It's starting to disappear. It's blurring. And I think that's a good thing, because that's how future generations are going to connect. And hopefully it leads to a more peaceful world. That's my hope, is that as our cultures blend and mix and everything, it's going to lead to a more peaceful world. Some people don't like it. Some people
just let me get this out there. A one world culture.
Eventually, in the long run, probably, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, there's language experts have predicted that eventually, like, we're going to start seeing certain languages disappear, because there's going to be languages that are going to, like, be more widespread as far as, like, business and just professional use, political dialogue. And I think, let's see, what was it? I think the 5 languages they were saying that were going to that would be around in like 200 years, I think would be
English,
Chinese, Spanish, German, and I can't remember the other one.
Maybe Japanese.
It may be Japanese. It may be Japanese. I can't remember the last one, but
Because I can see Japanese more than Chinese because of how influential anime has become.
Yeah, but the reason that Chinese is probably going to stick around is just because there's so many people in China.
Well, yeah,
there's so many people in China,
and especially when Hollywood, is like. Especially when Hollywood is like trying to kiss China's ass all the time.
Yeah, English is like just guaranteed to stick around pretty much forever because English, like, there's people in other countries to where they're required to learn English.
Oh yeah, like especially in Japan.
Yeah, like just because it's so important to learn it in order to, like, if you're ever going to do anything on
like
the global stage, business. Politics, whatever it may be, you need to know English because it's so widespread. I kind of wish like we really emphasized other languages here in America because even though English is so widespread, learning other languages I think is so important. Number one, to brain development, because it's been shown that if you learn multiple languages, your brain like is going to be more adaptive to stuff. But also it's just really, really helpful because there's a lot of people out there when it comes to looking for jobs and stuff. If you know a second language, you automatically have a higher chance of getting work somewhere.
I think Arabic is also getting up there. I guess probably at the tail end of like the top 5.
Yeah, I could see that because there's people that try to predict like future geographical and political changes,
immigration and all that.
Yeah, they believe that like Turkey, the Arab Emirates, and I forget who else it was. It was some other like powerful Middle Eastern country, but like there's talk
not
that, like
not Iran.
No, not Iran. Was it Qatar? It may have been Qatar. But anyways, there's like certain like Middle Eastern countries that are more advanced, more modernized, that there's talk that they may end up uniting in some kind of like almost like a European Union type of thing, except in the Middle East. And there's talk like there's a lot of scientific development going on in these countries. And they may become like a bastion of like science and technology in the future, like in 100 years or something. Like they're talking about this playing out.
Probably.
And if that's the case, then Arabic could become a major language on the world stage if that happens.
Yeah.
But there's which again, like somebody else to like, there's like who was it? I think it's Monaster Z, I think it is, was talking about like predicting like some of the future trends and stuff and said like, keep in mind when I say this stuff, I'm betting against God. Like anytime you try and predict the future, it's like betting against God. Like there's so many variables that can change. There's things that you're not expecting that could happen that could change the general course of things.
I think in America, Spanish is definitely on the rise. Especially with the border.
Oh yeah, dude. If you look at the demographic changes in the next 25 years, there's gonna be more people of Hispanic heritage than white heritage in the United States.
I think in certain areas of the United States, like Texas.
Well, no, it's going to be like that that's unavoidable at this point because people of Hispanic heritage are having more children than white people are.
Yep.
It's unavoidable at this point. Like America is going to be majority Hispanic before the middle of the century. that's absolutely unavoidable at this point. And which is fine. I don't care, to be honest with you. I mean, it's fine, but it's going to be interesting to see how everything plays out. But I'm generally optimistic about the next 100 years. I think we're in a transition period right now. Like, people look at the world and they're like, oh, there's all these horrible things going on, these wars and immigration issues and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yes, but if you look at the general trends, if we can get through the next 20 years, we're going to be in a golden age.
Probably.
It's just, we're in a transition. We have all this new technology, this new science that's popping up. And the problem is that the world governments, they haven't adapted to it yet, mainly because a lot of these fuckers are old and they don't even know how to get into their Facebook without asking their grandkids how to get into the damn thing. But we're in a transitionary period. There's going to be a shit ton of disruptions. I mean, a shit ton of disruptions. I'm not going to say it's going to be all flowers and sunshine getting there. There's going to be a lot of job losses. There's going to be a lot of job rises when we have new industries and stuff and new sectors and everything. There's going to be jobs in the next 20 years created in sectors that don't even exist right now.
Yeah.
You got to keep that in mind. It's a transition period. And we've gone through this before. It was called the industrial age. All right.
Yep.
It was very rocky for a couple of decades, but if we can get through it, we'll be in a golden age.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine, people. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Relax, chill, and look for opportunities. I'm dead ass serious. People out there, look for opportunities. Look at certain sectors, certain technologies that are going to be influencing the world going into the future. I'm talking about AI. I'm talking about 3D printing. Look into some of this stuff because invest in this stuff, because if you get in on it early, when this stuff does take off, because the technology is going to get better, it is going to become more implemented. If you get in on this shit early, you are going to make a shit ton of money in the long run.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, how people say, oh, if I had only known about Apple back in the 80s and the 90s and invested in it. Well, I'm telling you right now, there's technology out there that in the next 20 years is going to be huge. Invest in it right now and you're going to be rich.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, like especially like with Bitcoin, when it first started, you know, and and look at that now, they're probably like billionaires now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've been doing some research into like some AI stuff and everything, and I'm just trying to pick out like what I want to invest in and what's got the best chance. Dude, I'll give you a good example. NVIDIA, I did a research paper in college on NVIDIA. It was in an economics class. And I realized as I was doing research on that, in 10 years, this shit is going to be booming.
Yeah.
Because NVIDIA is being used in all sorts of new technology. And as that technology develops, NVIDIA is going to see a huge boom. And NVIDIA is one of the biggest fucking companies right now, dog. You got to do your research.
Yeah.
But anyways, I got to get off here. I got to get ready to go see the movie.
Yep.
But if Ruby is still streaming when I get back, I'll pop in on CG Church. Yeah. Overall, this episode, the biggest thing, man, is just the pacing. I mean, there just wasn't a ton of stuff that happened. The fight with the Tamagami was set up. But that's what it was. It was a lot of setup, man. It's just like,
let's see if they'll deliver, this Friday.
Yeah, I like some of the new tidbits of lore we got with Planet Kaishin, with the collars and everything. Like, cool, neat, but at the same time, let's be real. Like, a lot of this lore could have been revealed in the last episode. And we didn't need to meander around with the soldiers and the new plane and all that stuff and the pooping and the eating. And we could have got to the Tamagami much sooner.
Yeah.
But But hopefully it does start to pick up the pace after this. And I really hope that given the pacing, I hope it's not rushed at the end. Like that's my biggest concern right now is that it's going to be rushed at the end.
Yeah.
But
we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. But anyways, that's going to do it for this one. I will see you guys on CG Church if Ruby is still streaming. And of course, I'll see you guys for the next Daima episode. And yeah. Oh, yeah. I still got to do a video talking about the English dub. I'll get to that as soon as possible. Just been super busy. But I don't know. Might pop that out on Thanksgiving. Yeah. We'll see. Anyways, see y'all later. Andrew, appreciate it. Yep. Ruby, appreciate it. Everybody in the chat, appreciate it. Check you guys later.